Greetings everybody, it's your girl Kiara Washington and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on here because I wanted to do a part 2 to how to use your job to relocate, okay? Or in other words, how to use your 9-to-5 to relocate. I am noticing that my video is starting to do a little bit of trending, so I want to come on here and do a part 2. My hope and my prayer is that something that's said here actually does help educate, motivate, and inspire you, okay? Let's just get a little bit more specific on how to do this, right? Because that video I did was very general. So let's get a little bit more specific in part 2 on how to do this, okay? So if you see me looking off to the right, I have my notebook right here. So the first thing I want to say is land the job, okay? Yes, apply, interview, do well on the interview. If you need some help on how to do well, particularly in sales interviews, go through my channel, go back to my page. You'll see I have some videos on how to interview to actually do well and land a job there, okay? So just go back and watch those, okay? But land the interview, let's get the job, and then let's get the ball rolling, okay? Next, this is what I want you to do, okay? If you're not sure of actually, okay, I don't know what companies to apply for, because let's just go a step back. So you don't know, I don't know what companies to apply for, I don't know who's hiring, this is my level of expertise and skill for whatever type of industry. Let's just do a quick Google search, okay? And I'm giving y'all this tidbit because I did this the other day and so much popped up. Go to your Google search bar and you want to type in companies now hiring with relocation assistance. Companies now hiring with relocation assistance, okay? And see, that relocation assistance piece is very important because number one, it's exactly what it is. It's relocation assistance to help you pay for your move, because anybody who's ever done a move, period, even if it's in the same city, knows moves are expensive. Just imagine if you've done an out-of-state move. Just imagine if you've done a move that's far away. Like say you're going like how I did. I went from Virginia to Louisiana. That's a big move. So just imagine you're going from Virginia to California. These are big moves. So the relocation assistance piece is very important. When you type this into Google, what you're going to see is a lot of companies come up, right? And maybe you want to niche down a little bit because depending on what industry you're working in, you want to see who's hiring for my skill level or my level of expertise or my experience in general. What I want to say to you is when you think about corporate, right? Don't always go to the fact of thinking of this means I'm wearing a suit and tie. This means I'm wearing a dress, heels, and dress shoes to work. Just think corporate, okay? Think corporate. Now, my background is in telecommunications, so when we think corporate, for those type of jobs, we're thinking about the big carriers, the Verizons, the AT&Ts, the T-Mobiles, the Spectrums, these big companies, right? And Comcast, all these big companies, or Xfinity, all these big companies, right? Even if you're thinking of more distribution or you're thinking stuff like that, you have your Targets, you have your Walmarts, you have your GE Motors, you have all Kraft. I think it's called Mondelez now. So all of these companies, right, that are corporations, okay, this is the goal. Chase Bank, Bank of America, and I'm glad that one came. Big corporations. A lot of these companies are looking for people who are willing to relocate. Just want to throw it out there because a lot of people don't know that. So what you want to do after you land the job, 9 times out of 10, depending on your level of skill, depending on the work you've done previously and your level of experience, depends. You may start entry level. Nothing wrong with that. I did that and I was able to work my way up and it was great for me. So you may start entry level. Here's the ticket that you want to do if you start entry level. What you want to figure out in the entry level position is, what does this job entail overall? What does operations look like overall? What is the metrics or performance or the expectations of this job overall? And what you want to focus on is really hitting your numbers, really learning how to work the systems, learning how to work the computer, whatever type of job you're doing. And you want to learn how to work it in an efficient way so that you are learning these soft and hard skills on how to become really good at your job, okay? What you also want to do is you also want to find people who work in other departments and you want to start to either cross-train or build rapport and relationships with these people. Now, I've mentioned this in previous videos before, but I'm going to mention that again. It's not always about what you know. Sometimes it is really and truly about who you know. Just imagine if you already have a connection with someone who works in a different channel or a different department, and that's a department or a channel you want to work in, and you already have a networking relationship or rapport with that person. It's not about it so much being easier. It's just that you will learn the inner workings of what you need to know before you get over there. If they're even hiring, what that looks like, what to expect, what type of supervisors and how they supervise, what is the culture like, what are the expectations. You will learn that if you have somebody who's already in the place, okay? I did this when I worked at AT&T. And I'll just give y'all a little background. When I got employed at AT&T, I literally became friends with, and I think he befriended me. The person who actually helped me get the job at AT&T, I think he befriended me. We became friends on LinkedIn. And you know, whenever work anniversaries would come up, or we would post something that we both liked that each other said, we would like it, we would comment, and so we were building a rapport. And I remember over time, we just started talking in the private messenger, and we were just kind of talking about how long we had been in sales and what we learned. And over time, we started building that rapport. So I can't remember if he told me about the job at AT&T or if I reached out to him. I think I was ready to move on, and so I think I reached out to him. And when I tell y'all, I got that job at AT&T like that because I already knew somebody who worked there. So getting to know people, rubbing elbows with people, having conversations. And people say this is like being corny or being extra or being phony. Who cares? It doesn't matter. If it comes off like that, hopefully it doesn't come off like that. But the reality of it is it really does matter who you know. Relationships matter. So build some relationships, nourish some relationships, get to know people, okay? Lastly, this is what I want to say. Because this is a way to counter offer just in case relocation assistance is not offered. And say it's a job that you really want to take on, or say there's a position that will give you better opportunity, but necessarily they don't offer relocation assistance, but you still would like to move to said state or said city. Here's a way to counter offer not receiving relocation assistance. If relocation assistance is not offered to you, and you know for a fact the place they need people to move to, or they're looking to hire towards, you know you can do that job like with your eyes closed, or you know you would be the best fit, you've already showcased this in an interview, counter that offer in your base salary. Let me say that again. Say they're saying, oh, we're going to pay you $75,000. Say that's your base. $75,000 to do this job. If you're not going to get relocation assistance, ask for 78, ask for 80, ask for 82. And the reason why I say this is because if you can say to them, hey, you know, I know that, you know, I would be the best person for this job. I do also realize that at this time, you're not able to offer relocation assistance to help me with this move. I really, really, really want to be able to do this move, but I will need some extra compensation in my base. I believe that I'm worthy, or I'm qualified, or I believe that I should be able to get this addition in my base because I know that I'm the best person for the job. My level of skills and expertise allows me to be able to know how to do this job in and out. And I know I'll be the best person to be able to be of benefit to you at said location. You know, something like that. And so a lot of the times, especially if there isn't a backup person behind you and you are the primary candidate they wanted, and you can convey to them why you're worth the extra 3 to 7K or whatever, you probably will get that in your base. So over time, that will help, you know, take some of the load off for the move, okay? A lot of us underestimate our 9-to-5s. We underestimate how much we can actually get rolling off of our 9-to-5s. So this is coming from a person who has made 3 moves with her 9-to-5. Take a chance on yourself, okay? You never know what's really on the other side of it too. A lot of times we kind of sit on our hands, like my mom used to say, we sit on our hands and we're hoping that something just comes out of thin air and something just happens for us, and life just doesn't work like that, family. We have to be a little bit more diligent. We have to do a little bit more work. And a lot of times we got to just take a chance on ourselves. So if you have ever wanted to leave your hometown, your home state, or the city you're currently in, and you don't know how to get that ball rolling, look to your 9-to-5, okay? You would be, and you probably will be, extremely shocked and surprised of the opportunities and possible roles that are available to you if you're willing to relocate, okay? My name is Kiara Washington. I have definitely appreciated all of the love, all the support, all the engagement that you all have given to me over the years, okay? Continue to stick with me. I'm going to create some more content for y'all in the future, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Peace.